Hi, I'm Rob with We Keep You Cycling, and today the Time iClic 2 Racer and Titan pedals. Time's got an interesting story behind it. In 1987, they formed after a difference of opinion with Look. That's right, the designer for Time originally worked for Look and thought that pedals should be made differently. The significant difference between Time and Look is how the cleats float. Look pedals float from the tip and arc along the back of the pedal. Time pivots from the center, or where the ball of your foot is to be. And Time believes that that's a more natural position for your foot. Interestingly enough, tidbit here, 1987, Time launches a pair of pedals with pivot from the center, which is one of the claim to fames for speed play. iClic Racer becomes the iClic 2 Racer. The 2, and skinny on that, you now have stainless steel wear plates. It might seem minor, but over the lifetime of the pedal, it's going to produce a float that is a lot smoother throughout the life of the pedal. It's still made it to a steel axle, same bearing setup, and of course, the click is a carbon blade. If you've never used Time pedals before, of course they pivot from the center, which is nice, and as you step into the pedal, you actually trigger what is the equivalent of a mousetrap, which then takes the tension from the blade and grabs the back of the cleat. When you release, turning sideways, you reset or rearm the tension and trigger it for the next use by stepping back down into the pedal. Of course, don't do this unless you actually have the cleats mounted to your shoes. It's very difficult to get this off without it on a pair of shoes. The iClic 2 Racer is a little too heavy for you. Time has the iClic 2 Titan. It's lighter for two key reasons. As the name would suggest, you have a titanium axle mated to a carbon body. The titanium axle, of course, is different, as is the material used in the body, where the Racer uses a composite. Of course, it has the stainless steel wear plates for improved float, and the bearings run just as smooth as on the Racers, but it's significantly lighter. I can feel the weight difference. The Racer in my hand feels almost twice as heavy as the Titan in my left here. Of course, it uses the same spring and mousetrap style system to clip in, and as you might suspect, the cleats are interchangeable. If you remember the original iClic and maybe bought them within the first 6 months of delivery, you probably had your cleats fail. That's because they didn't design the cleat well enough, which is sort of ironic for a pedal manufacturer. But the iClic 2 cleat is beefed up a little better. It's got a little bit more walking surface area, and it's certainly a lot thicker and more durable. It works, as you'd expect, 3 bolt pattern, Look compatible. Any pair of road shoes that's got the 3 bolt patterns going to work with this cleat. Before I really get into giving Time a hard time, pun intended, let me just start off by saying these pedals do a very good job at what they were designed to do. However, the attention to detail is somewhat lacking in my personal opinion. I'm holding their top of the line pedal here, and it looks as if the stainless steel wear plate was hot melt glued to the pedal body. I'm not sure if I could do a better job of it myself, but if I take my finger and rub it around the edge of the stainless steel wear plate, I can feel what I visually see, which is inconsistencies or imperfections in the process. This has always plagued Time pedals, and I've always been disappointed by the final fit and finish. While the pedals will last you a lifetime, they don't look perfect coming out of the box. And in fact, they look like they haven't been finished up after the injection molded process. There's some sharp edges, which I think should be removed, and there's often a few little imperfections or frills or not quite a tight fit, which you'll see on the Racer pedal. But aside from that, we've got good pedals here, just lacking the cosmetic perfections that I've come to expect in pedals of this caliber. I'm Rob with We Keep You Cycling, and these are the Time Racer and tightened iClic 2 pedals. If you have any questions about these pedals or any of the pedals we carry, drop us a line or email us info@wekeepyoucycling.com.